Hi everyone. Today we will uncover a divine truth, how the chosen ones carry a light so powerful that it awakens and challenges the darkness. Some people are not attacked because they are weak. They are attacked because their light is dangerous to darkness. Some people are born with a light that cannot be hidden. They are often called the chosen ones. These are not perfect people, but awakened souls. Their presence feels different. Their energy feels calm, strong, and honest. Not everyone understands them, and not everyone likes them. In fact, their light often scares those who live in darkness. If you have ever felt tested, isolated, or misunderstood for no clear reason, this message is for you. There are souls who walk a different path. They do not seek attention, yet attention follows them. They do not chase power, yet power grows within them. These are often called chosen ones. Their journey is not easy, but it is meaningful. Today, we will uncover why your presence alone can disturb darkness and what that truly means for your life. This video is about awakening, inner strength, and spiritual awareness. It explains why certain people face intense challenges, strong intuition, and rapid growth, and how light naturally exposes what hides in the dark. When you carry light, life tests you differently, not to punish you, but to prepare you. The resistance you face, the isolation you feel, and the strength you gain are all signs of alignment. Darkness does not attack randomly. It reacts when it feels threatened. Today, we will explore 7 powerful signs that your light scares the evil around you. The first sign is unexpected resistance. You may notice that some people dislike you for no clear reason at all. You have not insulted them, competed with them, or caused them any harm, yet they feel uneasy around you. Your presence makes them uncomfortable, even when you are calm and respectful. This happens because your truth quietly exposes their falsehood. You do not need to say anything. Your honesty, your discipline, and your self-respect act like a mirror. When people see their own insecurities, jealousy, or dishonesty reflected back at them, it creates inner tension. In practical life, this often shows up at work, in family settings, or even among friends. For example, you may be focused, consistent, and serious about improving your life. A coworker who avoids responsibility may suddenly criticize you, spread negativity, or try to downplay your efforts. You are not doing anything wrong, but your dedication reminds them of what they are not doing. Another example is in social circles, where you choose peace over drama. Someone who thrives on gossip may feel threatened by your silence and start calling you arrogant or distant, even though you are simply protecting your energy. This resistance can also appear in relationships. You set healthy boundaries, you speak honestly, and you do not chase validation. A person who depends on control or emotional games may feel exposed and uncomfortable. Instead of growing, they project their discomfort onto you. Your light reminds them of the work they are avoiding inside themselves, and rather than face it, they react with dislike or resistance. This is not a sign that you should dim your light or change who you are. It is a sign that your energy is powerful and authentic. When you remain true to yourself, those who live in darkness either heal or they move away. The second sign is frequent isolation. Chosen ones often feel alone, even when surrounded by many people. You may be present in gatherings, meetings, or family events, yet still feel emotionally distant. This isolation is not a punishment or a flaw in you. It is a protection. Your soul requires depth, truth, and meaning. Darkness and shallow energy cannot survive in strong light, so it slowly pushes you away or it leaves on its own. Your solitude is a sign that your energy is too pure for fake bonds and surface-level connections. In practical life, this can be seen when friendships slowly fade without any clear conflict. You may stop enjoying conversations that revolve around gossip, jealousy, or constant complaining. While others seem comfortable in these spaces, you feel drained. For example, you might choose to spend time alone reading, learning, or reflecting, instead of attending parties that no longer align with your values. People may say you have changed, but in reality, you have grown. At work or in daily life, you may notice that you prefer working independently. Group environments filled with competition, ego, or negativity make you feel heavy. You may take breaks alone, think deeply, or avoid unnecessary interactions. This is not because you dislike people, but because your energy needs peace to stay strong and balanced. Even in relationships, chosen ones often experience phases of being alone. You may walk away from connections that do not respect your boundaries or understand your depth. This solitude helps you reconnect with yourself and prepare for meaningful connections that match your vibration. So let me ask you one question. Have you ever felt alone even while surrounded by people and wondered why you no longer fit in the same spaces as before? The third sign is intense spiritual attacks. You may suddenly face problems that seem to come out of nowhere. Your mind feels heavy, your emotions feel unstable, and doubt starts to creep in, even when things were going well before. These attacks do not always look dramatic. Sometimes they appear as overthinking, fear, exhaustion, or a sudden loss of motivation. Evil tests those who carry light because it fears them. When you are close to growth, darkness tries to distract, confuse, or delay you. In practical life, this may happen when you decide to change for the better. For example, you start focusing on your goals, your healing, or your spiritual growth, and suddenly obstacles appear. Old problems return, people from the past resurface, or negative thoughts become louder. At work or in studies, you may feel unexplained pressure, even though you are capable. In relationships, you may experience misunderstandings or emotional triggers that test your patience and self-control. Another common example is self-doubt. You may question your worth, your path, or your abilities, even though you have proof of your strength. This inner battle is not weakness. It is a sign that something within you is being upgraded. Just like muscles grow through resistance, your spirit grows through these challenges. These attacks are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to wake you up to your true power and push you toward clarity and strength. So let me ask, have you ever noticed that the biggest struggles often appear right before a major breakthrough in your life? The fourth sign is heightened intuition. You begin to sense lies, fake kindness, and hidden intentions without needing proof or explanations. You can feel when something is off, even if everything looks fine on the surface. Darkness cannot hide from you anymore, and this is what scares it the most. When you see clearly, manipulation loses its power, and truth naturally begins to rise. In practical life, this often shows up in conversations and relationships. For example, someone may speak politely and smile, but deep inside you feel a warning. You sense jealousy, dishonesty, or selfish motives behind their words. Even if others trust that person, you remain cautious. At work, you may quickly notice when someone is pretending to support you while secretly working against you. You pick up on small signs, tone changes, or energy shifts that others ignore. This intuition also protects you from bad decisions. You may suddenly feel uncomfortable about a deal, a friendship, or a path you were about to take, and later you realize that your feeling was right. You start trusting your inner voice more than external opinions. Darkness depends on confusion and ignorance, but your awareness exposes it. This is why manipulative people often avoid you or feel threatened by your presence. So tell me, have you ever felt a strong inner warning about someone or something and later discovered that your intuition was right?
The fifth sign is rapid personal growth. Pain transforms you instead of destroying you. While others break under pressure, you evolve. Every hardship pushes you to become wiser, calmer, and stronger. Evil expects you to fall, to give up, or to turn bitter, but your light uses struggle as fuel to shine even brighter. In practical life, this can be seen in how you respond to loss, failure, or rejection. For example, when a relationship ends, instead of drowning in anger or revenge, you reflect, heal, and learn. You understand your mistakes, strengthen your boundaries, and grow emotionally. At work or in studies, setbacks do not stop you. If you fail an exam, lose a job, or face criticism, you do not stay stuck in self-pity. You adapt, improve your skills, and come back stronger. Another example is emotional maturity. Situations that once triggered anger or sadness no longer control you. You pause, observe, and respond with calmness. People may wonder how you changed so much, but they do not see the inner battles you have already won. Darkness expects pain to weaken you, but your spirit turns pain into wisdom and resilience. So let me ask, have you noticed how the hardest moments in your life shaped you into a stronger and more aware version of yourself? The sixth sign is people trying to dim your light. You may be told to be quiet, to lower your voice, to think less of yourself, or to change who you truly are. Sometimes this comes in the form of jokes, criticism, or so-called advice. This happens because your confidence, honesty, and authenticity threaten those who rely on control and fear. Your existence challenges their comfort, and instead of growing, they try to shrink you. In practical life, this often happens at work or in social settings. For example, you share ideas with confidence, and someone responds by saying you talk too much or act too confident. In family or friend circles, you may be told that you have changed, become too serious, or think too highly of yourself, simply because you now respect your time and boundaries. In relationships, a partner may discourage your dreams, make you doubt your abilities, or ask you to stay quiet so they can feel superior. Another example is when people minimize your success. You achieve something meaningful, but instead of celebrating, they downplay it or change the topic. This is not humility, it is discomfort. Your light reminds them of their own limitations and unhealed fears. Darkness feels safest when others stay small, but you were never meant to shrink. So let me ask you, have you ever been made to feel guilty or uncomfortable for simply being confident and true to yourself? The seventh sign is a deep inner peace. Even when life feels chaotic and uncertain, you remain calm inside. Problems may exist around you, but they do not control your heart or your mind. You feel guided, supported, and protected, even when you cannot explain why. This peace does not come from money, people, or situations. It comes from within. Darkness cannot touch someone who truly knows who they are and why they are here. In practical life, this peace shows itself during stressful moments. For example, while others panic during conflict, job pressure, or family issues, you stay composed. You think clearly instead of reacting emotionally. When plans fail or things do not go your way, you accept it with trust rather than anger. You understand that everything is temporary and meaningful in its own way. Another example is how you handle negativity from others. When someone insults you, misunderstands you, or tries to provoke you, you do not feel the need to fight back or prove yourself. You remain silent or respond with calm words. This inner balance confuses darkness because it feeds on fear and chaos, but you no longer give it that energy. This deep peace is a sign of alignment. You are connected to your purpose, your values, and your inner truth. When you walk in this awareness, nothing external can shake you. So tell me, have you ever noticed a calm strength within you during difficult moments that surprised even you? Being chosen is not about being superior, it's about being responsible. Your light is meant to heal, inspire, and awaken others. When you stop doubting yourself and start trusting your path, your light becomes unstoppable. The solution is not to fight, prove, or explain yourself. The solution is alignment. Protect your energy, trust your intuition, choose calm over reaction, and growth over revenge. When you stop feeding negativity, your light becomes stable, and darkness loses access to you. Your power grows when you stay true to who you are. So have you noticed how people reacted strongly to you, even when you did nothing wrong? Being chosen does not mean being superior, it means being responsible. Your light is meant to guide, not to compete. You were never meant to shrink, hide, or dim yourself to make others comfortable. When you stand in your truth, silently and confidently, life begins to move in your favor. Do you feel like life has been preparing you for something bigger than what you can see right now? If this message resonated with you, like the video, subscribe for more awakening content, and share this with someone who carries light but may not realize it yet.